Did it work, y'all? We live? I got it'll be a Christmas miracle. I got cords everywhere, everywhere, trying to run this live stream. So if y'all can let me know if I'm 5 by 5, that would be fantastic. Mass chaos over here, son. Thank y'all for the 5 by 5s here. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. Oh, fudge. Oh, Amelia, you wanted to see the hat. I had to cut the back of the hat. Just like y'all said, my wife helped me with that. Oh, fudge, we're live, son, at least for the most part. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Christmas spectacular. I can't think of any better word for it. It's gonna be like a beautiful disaster. Like that song, it's gonna be a train wreck, son. It's gonna be all over the place, but in a good way because we're partying. Very quickly, couple of things. VR Lab Girl. I did not forget. Remember, I wrote it down yesterday. It's VR Lab Girl's birthday today, y'all. Just in case you want to wish her a happy birthday and a Merry Christmas to you, man. If you are a war daddy on Patreon or in the coffee club, which is the top level of support. Number one, thank you for the support. Number two, you will have a link populate about 9:45 in the community section or also on Patreon in case you want to join the madness here on the panel live. I'm drinking Bama Jen's coffee this morning that she sent over, and ma'am, it is strong. It's earthy. It reminds me maybe of a college team that got cheated out of the playoffs. I'm just saying. Man, this thing does not mesh well with my forehead. Few pieces of mail to go over. I've been holding a couple of these back until the Christmas stream because they're fantastic. First and foremost, I talked to this lady last night, Rhonda. She was panicking. She said, "It should have been there by now. I haven't seen it. Oh my God. Let me show y'all the awesomeness that she sent over. She made a quilt, right? But check it out. It's a zombie quilt. A zombie quilt. Thank you very much, ma'am. I would open it up, but it's literally bigger than my office. But that's going in the bedroom because I don't have any shame. Also, Roy, thank you very much, brother. He sent over a silver round with a special message on it. I get it. I appreciate that, sir. I got a couple of Christmas cards for the folks that have sent those over. Thank y'all very much. It is sweet. And I do love it, Guttermouth Granny. Thank you. I need to let y'all know something here about Back to the Woods. Many of y'all are familiar with the store in Tennessee. The store is going to remain open, but I want to say I spoke to him last week on the phone. I want to say congrats to Bill and his lovely wife. They're moving to Arizona. They bought some land in Arizona and they're going to homestead and get away from the craziness. She is going to be setting up and selling online, but somebody bought Back to the Woods and they're going to take over in early January. So I told them I'd let y'all know. I appreciate everybody that has supported that store. Those folks are fantastic. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's jump on the poll very early this morning. I forgot to text Backwoods, but Backwoods, if you're out there, I did send you a link in the email, brother. I just I didn't think about texting you. Most likely to, to have been punished with soap in the mouth as a child. Y'all got this poll wrong. And let me tell you why. Uncle Charlie, 33%. That sounds pretty accurate. Ink scars, 36%. Pretty accurate. Forrest, 3%. No, he's got y'all fleeced. Forrest is right up there with him. I can spot it a mile away. I would have taken Backwoods here. And let me tell you why. I've seen a couple backwoods is at 28%. Tie time. Oh, I got y'all. Look, where's it at? Bam! Christmas tie. I've heard backwoods curse on some of the streams out there over at tribes and stuff so bad that I had to wash my mouth out with soap just listening to the man curse. So I think it's probably backwoods, but they're all safe bets. Yeah, Dynamite, I almost put you there where Forrest was at, but I figured everybody would vote for you, man. But we're going to be doing, man, it looks like one of them bad Russian hats. You know what I'm saying? I forget what they're called right off. But what do you expect is from the $1.25 tree. We're going to be doing superlatives this morning. Rather than do it in a separate stream, I said, hey, son, let's just knock it all out at one time. But we're going to start with the decoder ring, which actually in this case is a copper round. I don't actually have a Ovaltine decoder ring, but I figured, you know, Christmas story, right? So I'm going to pretend like I'm using this thing that's practically worthless in Joe's America. And I'm going to ask the chat, what are some stupid things that Joe Biden would say at a Christmas dinner? Florida man. Oh man. That hat looks like a dirty Scottish beaver. Wow. And I can't even argue with that. Thank you, Handy Prepper. The lights came from the Dollar Tree also, so they're probably not lasting through the whole live stream. If they die, they die. If he dies, like Drago would say. Days, what is going on? Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, all of it. Hanukkah, whatever you happen to celebrate. Hope you have a great one. Lord Eagle, Little Orphan Annie, thank you. That decoder ring. Merry Halloween. Happy 4th of July. Is it Thanksgiving? Try to give thanks every day for something at least. Not to be up on here lecturing nobody. Michael G, I'm glad you're here because you won one of these superlatives, if I remember correctly. Chewbacca. Sorry, I crapped my pants. He wouldn't know that he would have to be told, sorry, Joe, you crapped your pants. Come on. Let's go. How they do it, potty or something. Let's go change your drawers. Yankee Watchdog, I have gravy in my pants. I've got to go to the bathroom. Or I already went to the bathroom. I figured there'd be at least one where he's saying if you don't eat a certain food, you ain't black or something like that. Or come on, man. The children smell delicious. That's very disturbing. I'm just saying. Oh man. Everybody's crapping their pants via Joe Biden. I readjusted the boom. So from here on out, it looks like I'm going to be able to put a little message here every day or something. Where am I? That's an excellent one. Where am I actually? Where did the thing go? I know I saw it. There you go. Back to the woods. There they are. Congrats, folks. On I still need to send y'all that information. I'm going to try and get him in touch with Vaughn at Backcountry Preps. They're going to be in the same relative area, and he's a good dude. Hutch, how are you doing? How am I supposed to sniff the turkey if I ain't got no hair? And then we have to ask which Joe Biden is showing up. Do they all go to the same dinner? Because I think there's more than one, my opinion. Or as Warlord TV says, this is just parody, folks. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know, Minute Man. And I'm glad you're here because you won an award today too. Just saying, but yeah, I don't have the leg lamp or anything like that. I mean, I would rock the leg lamp. I'm just too cheap to get one probably. I've seen the ornaments and things like that. Can I sniff you? Yeah. Yeah. That's probably the comment of the day. Trump pooped my pants. I didn't poop it. Trump did it. He blames Trump for everything, man. Let's see. All right, so I guess we dive right into it here, with some of these superlatives. What's going on, Warlord? Um, the detention club. We do this is something goofy we started doing a couple of years ago, and people love it. The superlatives, like out of a yearbook or something. It's kind of a year in review. Normally, it has its own live stream, but I figured since I'm going to dress up like cousin Eddie over here. Anyway, the detention club. These are the people that are constantly. They quick to throw an FJB. If I may say so myself. Uncle Charlie, Ink Scars, Gunslinger. I've seen it many times. Cowboy in the Jungle and Red Dog. Y'all have all been naughty. Santa's probably not bringing you anything, son. But congrats. And it's weird. You can go back. I'll link these after today's stream. You can go back and you can watch the old like the Christmas streams that we did from a year ago, 2 years ago, and see who won the same award and similar awards and stuff. Yeah, everybody's quick to drop an FJB up in here. Um, apparently, gutter mouth granny. What's going on there? Bear paw. We will be talking about some serious stuff as well this morning, but we're trying to keep it fun. Somebody's talking about the FBI. So let's get into the best Christmas song. I mentioned that I like the Little Drummer Boy yesterday. I got a comment. The guy's like, yes, finally somebody likes this song. What's y'all's favorite Christmas song? And I will banhammer you if it's Mariah Carey. No, I'm kidding on that one, but man, Mariah Carey, it's overplayed. Oh, we'll get to the movies too. Wilson I be math. I don't see that color often. Thank you very much. Wham. Oh no, Amelia's saying wham the song. Okay, I got you. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you, future award winner. Stick around to find out what you won. Y'all ain't winning prizes. Let me just say I had to send Kelly a Berkey-like system and an everyday carry knife. I need to talk about that real quick. For the first in the house. Next year, we're not doing the first in the house contest, but we got to do some kind of giveaway. So when I'm lurking in a chat and I see Beaverines, these are going out to somebody. I'm going to be giving these away next year every so often. They're not cheap right now in Joe Biden's America, so I'm going to have to order them as I can. That's my wife loves pentatonics, James. That's fantastic. The OG White Christmas by Bing. Apparently, my dog's like pentatonics too. Well, we're getting a Die Hard. Don't you worry about that, Days. We are getting a Die Hard. I was actually going to bring Backwoods on to get his opinion on it. Let him be the tiebreaker here. Redneck Christmas. Oh boy. Melissa, how are you doing, ma'am? John Lennon, so this is Christmas. My dog's a bunch of ragamuffins, man. How about sassiest comments? Well, it would have required me to go and sit down and watch a year's worth of content. And honestly, I should have written down the best ones as they happened. But we're going to go with word of the year that gets used here a lot. I did do that. Dolly Parton's Christmas. That's believe it or not, that's my son's favorite singer, Dolly Parton. He's a huge Dolly fan. Um, John, why don't you have a camo Santa hat? Because Dollar Tree had a really cheap red and white one, and they had a really cheap flannel one, and I just got the flannel one. I looked into them at China Mart, and they were $10. I said, man, I'm not dropping $10 for a Santa hat that I'm gonna wear once. Frank, I am sorry that you're not getting notifications. It happens to a lot of the prepping channels, a lot of the communities here. Um, All you can do is subscribe and hit the bell, and beyond that, it's on YouTube. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Sorry, brother. Woke Mart. Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend I never go in there. It's usually not because I want to go in there, but I'm with my family, and I try never to spend my own money there. But my wife, she works for her money. She spends it where she wants to. Random JL, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. The most banned, the most banned award. This actually goes to two people. First of all, the most banned creator has got to be AR American. This dude had his entire channel zapped. I don't think he had any strikes at that point either. They just took the whole channel down. We sit here complaining about doing a week in jail here and there. His channel got blanked. He's back on YouTube. It's AR American, and he ain't changing his content. He's like, I'm going right back to it. So kudos for that, brother. And then Michael G here at Prepper Nation, he got banned from an entire community for bringing up the beaverines. They told him to hit the bricks. So my hat would go off to you, but I don't think I get it back on, brother. Uh, Mike Liness, thank you very much for that. So yeah, Michael G holding the line, man. Let me see. More power to him. There you go. Yeah, man. Well, that's true. Arc Nanny, Ice Age Farmer. Yeah, he's up there with AR American, man. They were hassling him. The thing is, Ice Age Farmer doesn't do a whole lot on YouTube anymore at all. He's just jumped over to other platforms. I think MD Creekmore is kind of backing away. I saw a post where he said he's kind of backing away from YouTube as well. It does get old, man. The censorship does get old, but it is what it is. Northwest Prep Girl, how are you doing? Yeah, he was. Arc Nanny, I ain't gonna sit here and say he wasn't. Christian's an awesome dude, and he was hitting over the target, and they just stayed after him until he moved on. AR Americans right back. Native Voice, thank you, Hutch. I forgot about that. Native Voice is always getting hassled, and I love his videos, man. The ones especially where he's in his, I guess it's a work van. I love him, and he's speaking truth, and he really doesn't say anything. I've never heard him say anything hateful toward people. I mean, he's just telling the truth. Um, Censorship sucks. That's all I'm saying. Censorship sucks. Um, but we'll move on from that. The perfect Christmas meal for a prepper. I know some of y'all are going to say squirrel here. I did not go with squirrel. I went with canned beef stew, peanut butter crackers, cheesy potatoes, and a shot of whiskey. Yes, she does. And it's a travesty, actually. Casey Lillow, I mean, how can you silence people for putting out natural remedies as opposed to big pharma? And that's really all she does, man. She's not a hateful individual at all. She just puts out, hey, you can get this instead of buying over the counter meds, for example. Boom. She gets banhammered for a week. But I think she has people doing that to her. I don't know that for sure, y'all. But I don't know. It's a mess behind the scenes sometimes. Potted meat. Eh. Ooh, I'd almost eat squirrel. I mean, I can eat potted meat, but I would do squirrel first. Cleaner meat, fish sticks, red beans and rice, filet mignon, spam meat. No, not Tootsie Rolls Paradise Acres. I ain't even throwing that up on the screen. Come on, man. Spam's good. I can do spam. Home canned beef stew. Um, we do have a few soups, but we don't have the beef stew we have is canned. I'll go ahead and tell y'all, but we have quite a bit of it than anymore, which is probably horrible for you. It's loaded with salt. I can tell you that, but man, it tastes good. It tastes good. Chili. Really, I threw in whiskey, nobody's got anything to say about that. I figured that'd get some kickback. Um, Unknown Vector, "Hey, John, where can I find a fish stick ferry?" I don't know, you just go, like, we're supposed to get some, winter weather. They still don't know what kind. Now they're saying tonight it's gonna be a mixture of ice and rain. You just go to your local China Mart about 2 hours before dark, if it's gonna hit at night, and you follow the horde around. They seem to know where the fish stick ferry's at because it's groupthink. They just go through like a herd of sheep, and they're just buying what everybody in front of them is buying. Makes no sense. Toilet paper shortage, I mean, come on. Ramen noodles and Tootsie Rolls. Ramen noodles and weed. I don't know. I can do the ramen noodles. Mike, excellent question. Do you think they will charge Trump? All right, I'm not going to say this to upset Trump supporters. I know they're in here, and I'm not taking shots at Trump. But the truth is the truth. The man was in office as president, and he could not stop them from taking the election. So, as somebody that's sitting in Mar-a-Lago now, there's no way. I think there's no way that he's getting back into the White House, because now there are a lot more people in positions of power that don't want him there. They're going to try and charge him. They're going to do whatever they got to do to keep that man out of the White House. The mainstream media doesn't want him there so much that they've jumped on the DeSantis train just to stick it to Trump. He was the president of the United States. He was in a position where he could make sure that the elections were free and fair, and he didn't get it done. So, he has a lot less stroke now, if you will, than he did when he was US president. Beaver takes the cake. This is why you're in the bad club, the detention club, Ink Scars. Oh, man. So, word of the year. For those that don't know, what is it? The Webster Dictionary, their word of the year is gaslighting. Like the White House speaker does to people. She'll tell you something's not happening while it's literally happening to you. So the word of the year here at Prepper Nation for future generations, maybe next year or the year after before they goes to channel, when they click, they say, man, what was the word of the year back in 2022? It was actually a phrase. And I just went with FJB right here. Future generations need to know that Joe Biden sucks, man. He sucks. People get mad when I say the word sucks, but Joe Biden sucks, bro. My wife must have known that was the word of the year. Some gaslighting going on there. City to sticks. The economy's great. Don't pay attention to your 401k that's not there anymore. The economy's great. Like we were talking the other morning, the southern border. You know, People going outside, they see 20 illegals out in the yard stealing everything they got out of the garage. They go in, they turn, CNN on. Oh, there's no border invasion. The border's secure. That's gaslighting 101, man. And the amount of people that believe the story, like there's still people that believe the lady. Was it Jean Pierre, that the White House speaker? They hang on her every word. She's speaking the gospel to some of these people. You know, why does Joe Biden look different every time we see him? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he parted his hair. He's using new mousse. And the new mousse makes his eyes go 8 inches wider apart or something. Oh, okay. Y'all kill me. Bear Paw, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being here. You always keep it fun. I'm trying this morning because I'm getting sick and tired of you've been warned, we have 2 days to live. Here, shop on my Amazon link. Except the other day when Tube hosed you, you had every right to be poopy. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. Yeah, the economy is great, but our business, made 60,000 less this year. Let me share some intel with you I got from Patreon, from a listener on Patreon. You know who you are, sir. Oh, good Lord. So here's how great the economy is. All right. He says his power bill jumped to $728 this past month, a 50% increase from the months prior. He said they have been notified there's going to be another 50% jump in January. He's not receiving a lot of the mail. A lot of the stuff he's buying online is not showing up at his home, and he either cannot find kerosene as a backup source for heating, or when he finds it, it is $9.50 a gallon. He did not tell me which state he lives in. Unfortunately, $9.50 a gallon. He's having to pay for kerosene when he can find it. That's how great the economy is. You know, that does not sound like 6% to me. You know, they're saying the economy, oh, it's 6% inflation or 6.5. No, man, come on. When your power bill not doubles, but jumps 50%, and then another 50% the following month, there's issues, man. But not to hear it coming from the White House, there are no issues. Any issues, it's Trump's fault. $7 a gallon here. I actually don't know what it is here. We don't have kerosene heat. So I need to pay attention to that when we go out. Grace Hill Granny, my electric bill more than doubled. I'm sorry to hear that. But all you have to do is watch CNN, and they make it go away by telling you it didn't happen. Or MSNBC, they're even worse. So, a reminder while we're talking about it, cold weather. Cold weather is going to be affecting a lot of people. Someone left a comment yesterday and said, "Hey man, we're getting ready to get slammed with snow." I don't think we're getting a lot of snow here. They said keep us in your prayers. We're prepped, so please prep. You know, even if you don't plan on using a vehicle in case there's an emergency and you have to go somewhere, make sure that you have either a warmth or a get home bag or something like that in a vehicle. Make sure that you have a way to dig yourself out if you're expecting snow. Try not to be on the road at all, but again, accidents do happen. Go ahead. We went around, we put a little bit of plastic up yesterday, made sure the pipes were wrapped and stuff like that. So, winterize. You know, it's not a full blown winterize. No, they're not calling for any, Jamie. They said extremely cold. I think high winds, it keeps changing, a little bit of ice, a little bit, they don't know how much, at least in my area of North Carolina. She's a wildflower, Beaverines is the word. Maybe next year, who knows? Maybe Tucker will have us on next year. Old Tucker. I wouldn't go on Tucker, man. I would send somebody that was more well-spoken from this community because I wouldn't want to embarrass people. All right, clever names. The Clever Names Award. Got 2 winners this year. These are names that could be misinterpreted in a very clever way. It depends on where your mind's at. So, congratulations to Minuteman and Secret Squirrel. Y'all have the most clever names this year. They're PG-13 names that could be misconstrued uh, by a dangerous mind. Somebody, you know, and I'm looking at you, Ink Scars, and I'm looking at you, Uncle Charlie, specifically. So thank you, Second Amendment. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Um, you know, and it's probably one of those deals. I'll say Minuteman, you know, he's talking about the Minutemen, obviously. But the way it's worded, you know, secret squirrel, not just regular squirrel, secret squirrel. And it makes you want to know what the secret is, actually. Independent Marine. Brother, again, if you have a chance, email me. We're gonna wait until the weather passes, and then Caveman and me, we're talking about camping up at the same place that we met you last time. Not the same spot, but the same park and everything. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. You know, we'll pay for the spot and everything. Um, let's see here. Now I don't have a hot tent. I don't have a tent like Rob had. Just an FYI. Mine's a 10-minute setup, teepee style tent. We're supposed to get rain, flash freezing, wintry mix, and then snow. So a reminder, if you're joining us, because it's 9:46, as long as I didn't mess something up, if you're on Patreon at the top level, you should now have an active link in case you want to join the stream. And YouTube, if you're at the top level in the community section, there should be a link. You know, you don't have to, but feel for, I don't know if I'd want to join a stream with a guy dressed like this, but if you want to come on, plug your channel, let us know what's coming from your channel next year. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Ask Secret Squirrel what the secret is, something like that. What is the greatest Christmas gift that you've ever received? And obviously, you know, for me, it's about the Savior, and that's the greatest gift. But I'm talking physical gift that somebody's gifted you. What is the greatest gift? Um, Mine is and this is gonna sound redneck, but as a kid, I was obsessed with I collected the bubblegum NFL helmets out of the bubblegum machines. A shotgun is not bad, Mike. That actually blows mine away. Pun intended. Pun intended. Oh, I'm full of them today. So my mom one year, she got one of these humongous pickle jars, and this thing was filled literally with quarters. That was the greatest gift I probably ever got at Christmas time. Um, I was like, "Oh, man, Mr. Money." I thought I was a Monopoly man walking into stores and stuff. Diamondback BMX bike. That's awesome. You are. I'm starting my channel next year, The Prepping Artist. There you go. 22 rifle. Did you shoot you out? Probably not, Michael G. A camp knife. My divorce papers from my ex-husband. Wow. A Bible first and then a boombox. I remember the boomboxes, man. The boombox phase. Everybody carrying them around like this. I remember. I'm old enough. Red Ryder BB gun. We got one of they remake them now. They're not as well made or anything, but you can still buy them. We got my daughter one when she was really little, you know, to teach her before she started handling a 22 and stuff, and she loved it. Dude, heads up so we can comb our hair or get out of our nightshirt. Look, Arknanny, look at me. I ain't that's a low blow. I ain't even got hair to comb. Look at me. Can I take his hat off, please, y'all? I beg. Oh God. I, I don't know if that's mole hair or what it was. It's not natural. It's itchy. Some Dollar Tree hair. Got my son an AR BB gun this year. That's awesome. That's fantastic. And people, oh, that's my number 2 right there. My dad got me an Atari 2600 back in the day when they first came out. Um, when people are buying, like at China Mart and stuff, when they're buying, I'll see them back there buying the air guns and stuff, and people's looking like they're trash or something. Oh, they're gun owners back here buying air rifles and stuff. Some people just hate guns, the idea of guns, period, I think. Um, Amelia. What? Red. I've never seen red on this channel, I don't think. Merry Christmas. Thank you for your gift of gab. I don't know if it's a gift, but thank you. Friendship and community. Don't go anywhere because Tootsie Rolls for all. Nah. Don't go anywhere, Amelia, because you've also won an award. I need to carry on with the show here, son, so we can open the chat. Brand ambassador. I've caught this person. I couldn't tell you how many times. I'll be lurking. This person they don't care. They throw caution into the wind. I've been over on streams like Black Scout lurking and stuff, and they're like, Beaverines, fish sticks, congratulations. Fish sticks, throwing it down everywhere fish sticks is at. Um, and I might as well jump on this one before we go on. The Going Down Swinging Club. These are people that the ATF shows up, they kick in the door in, they're there to take your stuff. These are the people that are not just going to hand it over, they're going down swinging. Feel free to add your name to this list if I didn't get your name. Backwoods. I think Backwoods is going down swinging. Patriots Pride is going down swinging. Raven P is going down swinging. Max Havoc, Harold Bolin, and Independent Marine. They're all going down swinging. They ain't just giving it up, son. Biden can jump on this one. He'll want to smell your hair first. He'll want to put a little Stetson or something in your hair first, man. Oh, Hunter Moon, you've won something as well this morning. Just because you're not in this particular group. James Price says, I'll be swinging. Add me to that list. I would like to think most people here would go down swinging and not just hand it over, but realistically, there'd be a few. Go ahead and take my stuff. I'll just prep again. Second Amendment. Thank you very much, and I love the profile pic there. Oh, Dynamite is in his own group. Yeah, I think he's going down swinging, Guttermouth Granny, but that wasn't a slight him. He's in his own group. So, what are the top stories of 2022? So future generations that checking out this video, they just really bored and they're going back to the old videos. What have been the top stories, y'all think? Or the top story? Has it been the inflation? Has it been the Russia invading Ukraine? The king died, or excuse me, the queen passed away. Um, what else? The zero COVID in China, maybe. There's that. I'll throw that up on the screen, Bama Jen. There is that. Ukraine, Blue Dog is saying is the top story. Randy is saying that. The elections, the midterms, kind of like just. I wish that was the top story, Michael G, but they're burying it a little bit. Maybe the list that never got revealed by the lady that's sitting in jail. The start of World War III. For me, it's in between the beginning of what I think is a global war or the inflation, because I think it's a global recession and probably a depression in many countries. If that's the case, Kodiak, exposure of the collusion, if that's the case, there have been a lot of drops on Twitter about that. Then I hope the story of 2023 is people actually doing something about it. Minuteman. There you go. The flu came back. Don't call it a comeback. The flu came back in 2022 out of nowhere, like a right hook. Twittergate. Elon buying Twitter. I saw that he's stepping down as the CEO. I don't know. I kind of think he's being forced to, but I can't prove it. Illegals through our southern border. Unfortunately, George, I think that's going to be a story of 2023. I think it's going to get worse. Grandbabies La Rosa, thank you very much for the super sticker. Philly Flash is still over here like, I'm swinging, son. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Sold my guns to buy groceries. GMA Nana, I'm glad you're here. I'm still praying, but I wanted to let you know, and anybody else that happens to be in the chat, if y'all are lonely across Christmas and stuff like that, I'm gonna be checking the email and stuff. Um, there won't be a stream here on Christmas. Somebody usually runs a Christmas stream though. I haven't texted Rudy to find out if he's doing one or not, but email me and just understand it might take an hour or two, but I will email you back. Um, now I'm hoping I've got everything set up right here. Hey, can you hear me, brother?
Hey, John, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Oh, I can't complain, man. How's it going? Ready to get
It's
this
great,
show on the
brother.
road as far as
Uh,
the cold, man.
yeah. So what's going on with you? I appreciate the support, brother.
Oh, I appreciate everything you do, John. You're one of the only people I watch anymore. I got rid of Black Scout, got rid of a few people because I can't stand listening to the BS anymore.
What is it for you, man? Is it the gloom and doom all the time or the sales pitches? I try not to do them.
The
That's why I'm
sales
asking.
pitches, it's the
Yeah.
sales pitches, the gloom and doom, arguing back and forth with each other. It's it's just sad. I mean, just be you and be happy about it.
There's always hope, right, man?
Oh yeah, always, always. You know, if you're a hopeless person, there's not.
Do you have a channel?
Yeah, I have a small one. I didn't. I only made one video so far, and it's a little short. Um, I'm thinking
It's all
about
right.
doing more, but I hate censorship, so they're gonna censor me. I'm not gonna hold my tongue.
Rumble. I would check out Rumble then, man.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that's. I like Rumble, but you know, there's just not as many people on there.
Yep. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
You got any Christmas or holiday message or anything you want to shout out to people?
Oh, just share the love, y'all. God loves us all. All we can do is count on Him, man. That's it.
Fantastic, brother. Uh I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas. And you working through the holidays or
Yeah, I'm working right now, getting ready to hit the road. It's my
somebody's got to
birthday
pay
today,
for
but
Ukraine? It's your birthday?
uh-huh.
Happy birthday, man. You and VR
Thank
Lab
you.
Girl both.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, VR Lab Girl.
All right, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, John. Have a good one. Have a good one, nation.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
That is awesome. You guys can y'all still hear me here? That's fantastic. 2 birthdays today. What in the world? Wilson IB Math. I have to teach a class right now, son, but let them teach themselves. It's 2022. Let them teach themselves. I appreciate it, man. Oh man, chat's behind now. Here we go. Um, Cindy Richmond, $20. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, sometimes the clickbait. Let me explain clickbait to y'all. Sometimes you have to do it because you have to keep up with the channels, otherwise you're not going to be found. But I get tired of hearing clickbaity titles where it's over, sell everything you've got, it's over, money doesn't matter anymore, and then they shoot off a link where, hey, you can go to Amazon and buy this, and they don't even get the money for 60 days, so they know it's not over. To me, it's dishonest, but whatever, man. Who am I to tell somebody else what to do on their channel? It just seems dishonest. We're all bearded, Handy Prepper. we're all bearded. Um, let's see. All right, top stories. I got stuff laying everywhere, man. All right. The Tired of Mariah Carey Songs on the Radio Award. 2 winners. Myself and the mother of Cajuns. If she's out there, we're sick of it. Matter of fact, she said if I played a Mariah Carey song, I think something like she's going to unsubscribe or down thumb the video today or something like that. I said, you ain't got to worry about it. Never listen to her. How do you get away from it? If you're listening to Christmas music, it's every 3 songs they're playing this lady. They say she's the queen of Christmas. Um, man, Bama Jen, I ain't kidding. If I had my phone, I'd take a picture and post it. Uh, I'll do that after this, actually. I just want y'all to see the madness that's going on over here. No, his Alex Jones, he has his stuff stacked up nice and neat, at least at the beginning. I didn't. I got stuff everywhere. Robin, thank you very much for the super sticker, and Merry Christmas to you. My apologies. She's a wildflower says, "Hey, now I'm not bearded." My apologies, but it's 2022. I ain't trying to judge here. So I'm going to get into the 4-man SEAL team over here at Prepper Nation. These are 4 people that, no matter the circumstance, if Prepper Nation needs something, we need to get somebody out of a camp. These 4 people are going, and they are coming back with whatever I'm telling you, those people are in trouble. Warlord TV, Dynamite, Hutch, and Tim Spa. Yeah, I said Warlord TV, baby. Here's my wife. Well, can you come say hi or Merry Christmas or something, baby? Well, can you at least throw your hand up on camera? Merry Christmas. So they don't think I'm married to a robot here or Cylon. But I'm telling y'all again, Tim Spa, Dynamite, Warlord TV, and Hutch. Those 4 go after something, they're coming back with the objective. Promise you. Alice in Wonderland, thank you very much. Dudley, what's going on? Yeah, they're telling you hi. Now you're just being rude. Oh, she's in her pajamas. Well, must be nice. I'm all dressed up. Oh man. So let's see here. What? Hold on. You have a real doll? Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a doll. She even cooked breakfast yesterday morning. A few of y'all have met her in real life. So anyway, President Zelensky is coming to visit the White House today. In case you haven't heard, he's coming. He's coming to visit the White House to meet with members of Congress to do what? What do y'all think he's here for? He's here for this. He wants more money, and he's coming to plead for more money in person while his country's under siege, supposedly. Windflower, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Um, President Zelensky, I don't know. He just gets under my skin. I don't know how else to say it. This dude is like, he's meeting with actors. It seems like he's not even at war. You know what I mean? He's conscripting people in his own country. When this thing first started, remember that they wouldn't let people leave the country. They're handing them wooden AKs to train with. They're saying, you're going to fight. This is your country. And meanwhile, this dude, he's living like a rock star. He's flying all over the place, meeting people. I mean, this is ridiculous. So they're upping the security at the White House. In case you see anything about that, people may not know. Hey, what's going on at the White House? Zelensky's, he's coming. Yeah, I believe so too, Misty. But who am I? Can't prove it. Con Artist of the Year. Yes, that should be an award. It's officially an award. That dude is such a scammer, man. come, come on, Mike. They might take him down to the border. Yeah, they might. You know, if you want to secure a border here, let's take you down to Texas and show you how it's done, son. I can't. I can't even joke about that. So yeah, if you're at work today, know that you're out there working to pay for Zelensky because they're going to give him more money. It's just a matter of what it is. So most likely to be packing heat right now as I'm doing this award. Several of you. There's a shocker. Trout on Dry. It's probably packing heat right now. 300 Warriors, Long Dog T, Random JL, Prepper Cowboy and Ivan the Terrible. Congrats on packing heat. And if you're not packing heat, just don't tell anybody because you won the award anyway. Bernard's out there. He's like, I'm tired of it. He's making money trying to pay the bills, getting taxed to death by our government, and now he's getting taxed by Zelensky. What's going on, McBean? How you doing, brother? Hat says I'm packing. Yeah, you, gunslinger. Are you packing? Did I get it right? Now watch, he's going to be up there in a pair of pajamas. He's like, I ain't packing nothing right now. always packing something in West Virginia. Everyone does. You will see him. You'll see a lot of open carrying too. I got it right on Trout on Dry. That's right, man. Forrest, see, I told y'all he's sneaky about it. I bet you he had soap in his mouth when he was a kid. I'm packing heat in my pajamas. Y'all don't let this man fleece you. Bama's always packing, but she's always telling everybody that the AK's better. You know what I'm saying? So, what is your best? Where are you at, Amelia? What is your best Christmas pun? Mine is going to be icy. What you did there. Anybody got any ridiculous Christmas puns? Florida man. Thank you very much. I'm normally tabbed out working and listening. I look forward to your show daily. Here's to the hot tent fund. Well, they're booger to set up too. I don't like a huge setup time when it comes to tents, but I appreciate it. It would be warmer with a bag of Tootsie Rolls. Nah. I just go with a 10-minute setup time and a climate bag, and I usually wear a toboggan when I'm sleeping. Thank you very much for that. Worminati says, wait a minute. I hate guns. I'm calling the fuzz to come save me. Earn that check. Okay. Well, I can't see if it's sarcasm or not. Where I'm reading the chat. Michael G says she's right. Okay, here we go. AK versus AR. It looks like again. I'm punless. Flock off, son. Oh man. Come on, man. Yeah, there probably is Malachi's. I've got a couple of the Tupics. One of them's not a Tupic brand. It's a little bit bigger, and the other one's the Tupic. It's literally 10 minutes. But that's two of us setting it up. I set it up, and then Outlaw Prepper was helping me. You just stake it on the outside, and then you raise a pole in the middle. It ain't surviving a hurricane or anything, but very, very minimal setup time. So, if we had a homecoming court, what would that look like? Are you laughing? This is your fault. She took me to a high school football game, and they were having homecoming. They had the homecoming court. It's where I get the idea. I was never on the homecoming court. So the Duke and Duchess, Lord Eagle and Steph L. Congratulations. The Prince and Princess, and I spelled princess wrong. I had to go redo it. Pilgrim, Prepper, and Dark Angel. Congrats. The King and Queen, Forrest, and somewhere in West Texas. There you go. Congrats. You win absolutely nothing. But affection here at Prepper Nation. Kelly, thank you. Merry Christmas. And what about Rambo for carrying most knives? I should have put that in there. For those that don't know, quick story. When I met Kelly and her husband, Rambo, what's his name? I said, you got any knives or anything? This dude opens his coat, man, and it looked like he's selling them on the corner of, one of the largest streets, like a tourist street in New York City. He's like, and he got knives everywhere, machete lengths and stuff like that. So let me see. Yeah, Lord Eagle, I didn't forget about you. See, man. Um, could be worse. Could be raining. Is this a Christmas thing, McBean? It's funny you mentioned that, Amelia. Just saying. Rookie of the year. This person showed up not so long ago, and they've been here like furniture ever since. And I think this person's going to be a pillar of the community one day. Hunter Moon. I see her every day in the chat/chat replay. Um, like a left hook. No idea where this person came from, but she showed up and she's integral. Is that the word I'm looking for? Part of this community. School Spirit Award goes to Big T, of course, because I've heard about the Tennessee Vols all year because of Big T. Uh, just saying. The finalists, the runners up for class president of 2022, Black Cat Whirligig, River Rat, Florida Man, um, class president Amelia. Funny you mentioned that. Congrats, man. There you go. There you go. Roll Tide, roll. Well, I would have had him in the top 4. I probably would have had him in 4th place. You know, they had a couple of losses, Jim, but they've been the number 1 team for the last 20 years. So the prestige alone, I would have put them at number 4. But yeah, I think they threw what TCU or something in there. Well, it's kind of split down the middle in this community as whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I've heard some of the actors and actresses say in interviews that it was indeed a Christmas movie. But then I've heard Bruce Willis and the director of the movie say, no, it's not a Christmas movie. It just happened around Christmas time. And this is a slippery slope, pun intended. See what I did there? Because then any movie that happens around Christmas time could theoretically be a Christmas movie. You know what I'm saying? I've watched World War II movies and it just happens to be Christmas time or these Christmas movies. I don't know. Um, oh, let me see. I'm missing some. ABC Patriot. Thank you very much. Lonely and boring Christmas for me. Lost my guns and blow up doll in a boating accident. Well, I don't know about the boating accident, but ABC Patriot, it don't let it be a lonely and boring Christmas. Again, you can reach out and email me. I'm going to set up a special playlist when I get done today with the older this one as well as the older Christmas streams and the class of 2021, 2020 here at Prepper Nation and stuff, just in case people are really, really bored. Um, she's a wildflower. John, do you think Zelensky is in with Russia? Get all of our weapons, ammo, and money. It leaves us very weak here. Thank you for that. No, I don't think he's in with Russia. I think he's in with globalists. This is just my opinion. And I think Zelensky is in with the Economic Forum and the United States and the countries that are really signed up for the Economic Forum, the SWIFT system. And then I think that you have a second system forming with India, the BRICS system, with Russia, with China, a couple of other smaller players. And I think, you know, it's about transitioning to a digital reset versus countries that aren't interested in it. And I think it has a lot to do with what's going on in Ukraine. But this is just opinion on my part. I think so. Fast 80 TCU is going to get straight up hammered. But what do I know? UNC wasn't even close. Um, Morning, y'all. How dare you? I look, Backwoods, if you can't, I emailed you the link, but if you don't want to join, that's fine. But can you at least in the chat decide one way or the other and let us know? I'll let you be the tiebreak here. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no? That's all we need from you, Backwoods. Yes or no? Is it a Christmas movie? And if you say it is, I'll take it and I won't say anything else about it. But if you say it isn't, then it's not, folks. Backwood's going to be the tie break here. He's like, what did I walk into here, son? I think when we ran our poll, it was slightly to yes, but there were a lot of people saying no, it's not. Wow. All right. I said I wouldn't say anything about it. I'm not. Again, brother, you're more than welcome to to jump on panel and explain why if you want to. But I guess Gremlins is a Christmas movie by the logic. You know what I'm saying? It's official. Yes. He said yes. People are going to be watching the chat replay and it's like somebody's getting married. What's going on? No, he's saying Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So there it is. Hey, I ain't gotta like it. I'm with you, Pilgrim. I ain't gotta like it. But I don't know, man. So here we go. Here we go. Going to hear it from the man himself now. What's going
Yeah,
on? Can you hear me, man?
yeah,
Let's hear it.
yeah. Christmas is. I mean, why is Die Hard not a Christmas movie?
Because Bruce Willis and the director both said it wasn't. But
Well, who are
it
they?
happened.
Who are they? Their will does not outdo our will. Our will
Okay.
and the will of the people is that it's a Christmas movie, and the rest of the people that don't think that, there's something wrong with y'all, and I'm gonna need y'all to go and wash y'all space real quick and come back and join back into the stream to where you can, maybe get coherent or
Backwoods. Listen, Backwoods has a channel on YouTube, and if you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, go subscribe to the man because he literally saved Christmas. You save Christmas for these people, man. What's going on, brother?
man, I overslept a little this morning. I stayed up really late last night making a video, and it's yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, it's been settled.
the
Go to
hammer is
Mac Gurgler.
down on this debate. The hammer is down on this debate.
I figured you'd be up in D.C. so you could greet Zelensky this morning, man.
Man,
He's coming to
what?
beg for more money.
Hey, man, I do want to say though, real quick, man. Hello, everybody in chat. Y'all are awesome folks. So, man, over here at the Beaver Rings, just saying, awesome,
you
awesome, awesome.
you got robbed on the poll this morning, man.
I
I was
seen that,
telling him
man.
I've heard some. I was telling them I've heard you and some of Prepper Tribe's chats where the language was getting dropped so bad that I felt like I needed to wash my mouth out with soap just
Man,
listening to it.
man, I cussed so bad one night on one of them streams. I went inside and hid my wallet because it had pictures of my kids in it, man.
Oh, you got a good looking beard,
Oh,
according to old Dome Seeker here.
thank you, thank you. I try to keep it nice and tidy, nice and tidy.
I say it's 50-50. It could be a Christmas movie. Now the debate's settled. He settled it.
I Man, Die
Thank you,
Hard.
Redbird.
I really enjoyed the movie Die Hard. I thought it was pretty cool. The whole series, the Die Harder and all that stuff. I enjoy action movies, and I don't know. Some people really get into, you know, this movie could have done this. They should have done that, and boy, it was better. But I'll be honest with you, man. I just enjoy even a good one of them B movies. If it's got some action and got a storyline, I like it, man.
Yeah. No, I like Die Hard. I like Bruce Willis, man. I think he's an incredible actor. And he hates technology. I saw an interview where he said technology was just a fad and it pisses him off and he don't like it. I said, there you go, man.
Well, unfortunately, technology is not just a fad, but yeah,
Nah.
it pisses me off too. I told my wife years ago, man, it's been about 15 years ago. I told my wife, I said, man, I said this social media, you know, this Facebook and all this stuff. I said it's going to be the downfall of conversation of morality, you know, because you know it's easy to sit on a keyboard and type something in about how you don't like somebody when they're 600 miles away, you know. And
You can see it in the young people too, man. They don't know how to socialize. They'll be in a situation where they got people around them and they just pull the. It's like a safety blanket, security blanket or something.
Papa said mine wasn't as nice as his.
Not as nice as mine, backwoods.
Yeah,
I see that
well,
now.
I know, Papa. I got to tell you, man. You know, the wife really don't like the beard. She'd rather me be shaved up more like this over here. You know, she
Hey,
wouldn't
man,
mind.
I'm trying to grow mine out.
Well,
Beard shaming me.
well, no, I'm not beard shaming. I'm saying, you know, she would rather it be so. I have to keep it really nice and clean so she don't say nothing about it, you know. But I mean, I wear the
Yeah.
pants in this family.
Yeah, okay. It ain't sounding like it, brother.
she, she just tells me which ones to put on. Just saying. She hasn't laid out one. Here,
Oh man. So end of the year. Um, what do you think our country looks like this time next year, backwoods? And anybody in chat that wants to make a prediction on this too. What's it looking like next year?
man. Man, it's so hard to really say. There's a lot of ways it can go. You know, a lot of it, honestly, my personal opinion, a lot of it is going to have to do with what Putin is going to do. I
With
mean,
Putin?
yeah, and the reason I say that is because, you know, I, if you notice that Putin and then Kim Jong Un's sister, you know, threatening. Um, Man, we keep sending stuff over there. I mean, it's kind of like this, and this is the only reason why I feel that Putin is going to have a big role in predictions for for this coming year for us, because you know, like just real talk, nation. If I was enemies with if I was enemies with Pure Blood Prepper, okay, and me and him we was going back and forth pretty good, and you were supplying him with dirt on me, or you know, supplying him with whatever it is he's using against me, I'm going to be looking at you as, you know, not so friendly, you know what I mean, because you're
Yeah.
supplying the enemy. Well, we are supplying the enemy of Russia, you know what I'm saying, and the the weapons are starting to be effective on some front, right? So does that? I mean, do you see what I'm saying? If we push it too far and supply too many weapons and push him to the brink, man, if he fires and gets something through, man,
It's the
I hear.
feds, backwoods. They come.
Can you hear him? Could you
I
hear
hear
him?
something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I got my stuff here. Come on in. But
Skin that
no,
iron pony.
hey, but no, but I really think that has something to do with it. Man, if something got through and knocked out the East Coast or the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? And you hear that?
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Uh-oh. Y'all, if we hear shots, this stream never happened. I don't know what's going on. I told y'all it was going to be a train wreck.
Man,
There he is.
it's a it's this damn stupid ass weirdo man down the street. He got these dogs, man. He likes to walk them up and down the road, and he'll bring them over to the neighbor's house. Like he used to do it in my yard until I caught him. He'd bring his dogs over and let them poop in everybody else's yard. Yeah, and I went out there and run him off one morning, man. I was like, "Hey, man, get them damn dogs out of my yard, man. They're pooping over in your yard. Go tell them to poop in your yard, man." Well, one of them's got away, man. Hutch, what's up? Anyway, one of them got away, and he's over there hollering at it. I hope he falls down, the old bastard. Merry
See, I
Christmas.
told y'all. I told y'all the soap in the mouth over here. Backwoods is the winner.
Merry Christmas.
So, Prepper Tribe, am I right? Prepper Tribe is having a Christmas stream tonight on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we need to shout that out. I'm going to share it, like an hour or so before here on YouTube. But I'll be over there lurking, listening at the very least.
Absolutely.
It's going to be wild. And Warlord TV had a great stream last night. It was called Get Rid of Your Guns. But he wasn't talking about legal guns. He was talking about these kind. Great conversation on those sort of guns.
What?
For anybody that's interested on YouTube.
What is that?
That's a ghost, man, from Pac-Man. How old are you, Backwoods?
What does that got to do with a gun?
One of these type of guns. One that lacks serial numbers. Not the kind of cereal you eat, Backwoods. Cereal.
I got you. Hell, man. Man, see, I never did go down that route, honestly. Everything I got's got serial numbers on it, man. I don't know. I'm not afraid of the government, so my stuff didn't get lost in a boating accident. It's sitting right here beside me.
You were one of the ones that going down swinging award. Bama Jen, if you're in chat still, man, my wife just brought this to me and says, "What's the best thing to put this on?" She's dying to use it.
What is it?
You send it over. It's from Alabama. Big Bob Gibson barbecue sauce. I've never seen white barbecue sauce like this.
White barbecue sauce?
Know.
Wow.
Well, that's how they do it in Alabama, apparently. I don't know. Ours is brown. Thank you, baby.
Man, maybe that's why they be winning all them football games and stuff, man.
Well, not recently.
Well, not recently.
She said barbecue chicken, baby. Thank you, Bama.
Yeah, it would seem a white barbecue sauce.
Yeah. So I don't know, man, about 2023. I kind of have the sneaking suspicion that Biden may not be in charge in 2023. Like he's going to be swapped out, not with a double, but with old Kamala. I don't know if the old man's making it another year president.
Man, they don't like Kamala, dude. I
know they don't.
Man, they hate that chick, man. There's no way. I don't think she can buy enough knee pads to become president. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I know he's not Randy, but theoretically, that he's like the figurehead. He's installed there like a light bulb. I'm not sure he's still going to be installed there, but like Backwoods is saying, they don't like Kamala. They got buyer's remorse. But I don't know if Biden's making it to the next election, man.
Yeah, that's the problem with that decline that he has, because it doesn't get better, and the more days that go by, the worse, it increases and getting worse. You know what I mean? Man, 2023. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, you're right. He's declined so much, even since he won the election, that it's ridiculous. You can go back and watch the debate against Trump, and he looks 100 times more coherent than he does right now.
Yes. And 2023, like I said, I really believe it's going to have something to do with Putin, and what happens there. I mean, man, I've really been thinking really hard on this economy deal too. Um, man, there's so many things in place right now that there's so many things on in place right now to move it over to a digital currency. I mean, in a lot of people might say, "Oh, there's no way they can do that right now." Well, there's no way they can do the electric cars, but they're doing it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, if you look at the progression of how they are doing this, I mean, they already got the big semi trucks out there in California. The Tesla trucks. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I saw a few
Pepsi,
companies that ordered a bunch of them.
yeah, Pepsi's one of them. Yeah. So
The cabs look weird on them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's only spots. There's only one seat basically up front, and then they're surrounded by the Tesla stuff. But yeah, supposedly they can go coast to coast on one charge.
Pepsi said
Probably
they're
not happening.
Pepsi said they're limiting their uh, Coke trucks. Their soda trucks to 300. Was it 300 miles? So
You're right, man. They're transitioning into all this stuff, but there's going to be a rough patch, big time, and we're going to pay for it. We're going to be the ones that suffer for it.
absolutely. I mean, it's just hard to it really is so hard to predict, because of just all the things that are going on. There's so many things happening at once, and just about the time that you start thinking, God, we've lost this over here. We just there's just no coming back from it. Then you see some stuff, and you're like, okay, well, here's some spark over here, and this is happening, and and a lot of it. And I know a lot of people, y'all don't beat me up out there in the chat. Now, I'm not going to play around with that crap, man. I'll start swinging back. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. Um, you know, man, a lot of it's just going to have to do with the economy, with Putin. You know, this electric vehicle stuff. The way they're pushing things, man. And then if
Yeah.
the Republicans won't be a bunch of wussies, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Won't be a bunch of wussies, and because you got a lame duck session, so there's not going to. That's the only way they can stop anything is to impeach him, for what is it, 25th him,
Yeah.
and be like,
But I mean, even if they remove him, like you were saying, they got Kamala Harris, and I'm not sure who the next in charge is. I think the Speaker of the House, right?
yeah, it'd
But
be
I'm not.
Speaker of the
Yeah.
House,
I mean, it'd be
and
a mess. And like you're talking with, the war in Ukraine escalating and stuff.
I know
Who would want the job?
it's really hard to know, man. I had somebody ask me about predictions once before, not too long ago, and I think I even said a little bit different answer than what I was saying now, because it's just, man, the more, there's so much stuff happening, dude. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Putin's already threatened the United States. We're sending Patriot missile system over there, and he's already said it's fair game. As soon as it hits soil over there in Ukraine, he's willing to hit that, and he's went on record and said any U.S. soldiers that are nearby, they're fair game.
Have you noticed the last couple of wars that we've had, or the last couple of things going on? If you notice, we're not actually in the war. We're not in the war, but we're training the soldiers to fight.
Yeah,
You
we're
see
doing
what I'm
everything but jumping in.
Everything but pulling the trigger, man. And I mean, that as far as I'm concerned, if Nation and Tennessee Tactical is over there conspiring, you're sending dirt on me, and Tennessee is out there spilling it to everybody, both of y'all are my
Yeah.
enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, retired prepper. So Yeah, and the whole thing is, man, they've done everything they can do without jumping into war, the United States, and it hasn't triggered Putin. So it hasn't hurt Russia.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not bankrupt. They're not doing without food. All the sanctions haven't worked. We've supplied Ukraine. It doesn't matter. We're going to have to get straight up involved as the United States if we want to try and stop him.
Right. Yeah. There's, and a lot of the stuff, if you look and they're like, oh man, they're Putin and them, they ain't as good as everybody thought they were, man. They're getting whooped over there, man. Dude, come on, man. I can promise you, that dude over there, man. He like sent in, he sent in like, man. We ain't seen his real stuff yet.
No.
Not even close.
Prior to the war, they had, 1 million plus soldiers. They're not using most of the stuff they're using over there is not regular army. They're using equipment and stuff, but a lot of it's Cold War era stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They've got nicer equipment than that. He's not throwing the best in that he has. He's conscripting people, reserves, and stuff like this.
What's the No, Two Will. Me and Tennessee, cool, man. Me and Tennessee, cool. Y'all don't take no. Any of the people, any of the people I named or whatever is I'm cool with, man. I'm just using examples. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's just throwing out hypotheticals.
Yeah, just hypotheticals. Yeah, no, I'm cool with everybody, man. It's it's all good. Shoot, Tennessee's my buddy, man. That dude, I'm gonna tell you, that's a fun dude to hang out with. I met him in person over there, over at Hutch's house, old Tennessee Tackle. Man, it's a good dude, man. That's a really good dude.
Well, I
But
bet it
it's
was interesting meeting Hutch for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that was last year. I've been to Hutch's house a few, 3 or 4 times, man, and gonna be going up there again real soon. But yeah, I say he said, "Oh, I got you. Just curious." Yeah, no, Tennessee, man. We cool, man. Um, it's just, man. There's so many things that could happen, and there could be a stock market crash, and the economy, it's just so many things, brother. There's so many things, man, that can go wrong, and I don't know, I mean, man, wouldn't that be wild if they figured out a way to 25th the Joe Biden and was like, yeah, no, we're just gonna go on and include Mala on that one. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, Kevin McCarthy ended up being the freaking president, bro. That would be
I mean,
wild.
at the end of the day, whoever it is, I think it's they're going to be taking marching orders. I don't know that Trump would, but I don't think they're going to let him back in either way.
Trump's done.
Beyond that,
Everybody, I'm going to go ahead and go get your tissue, everybody. That
oh, here we go.
Go get your tissue and go ahead and wipe them tears. Trump is done. I'm just telling you, Trump ain't coming back. Trump is not the savior. He ain't coming back. He's done. I'm sorry. He's done.
Who's going to be the conservative candidate, assuming we still have a country in the next election cycle?
It would have to be someone like Ron DeSantis. I mean, it just would have to be. And, depending, you've got a lot of a little more radical type right wing, conservatives or whatever, with Marjorie Taylor and people like that. Trump's done, man. I'm just saying. I would vote for him if he ended up being the running candidate. You know what I'm saying? Because I sure ain't voting for no damn leftist, man. That ain't happening. I would vote for him, but I think he's done, man. I tell you who I would really like to see, and I've said it before, and that's Josh Hawley up there in Missouri. Man, that dude he's young, you know, he's nice looking, you know. He's man, he stands his ground. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I really think Josh Hawley. I mean, if I was able to pick, that's who I would pick.
I want to see Hutch and Prepper Tribe go in. That's the ticket right there. They'd get him straight down. Now I like Rand Paul, but I mean, realistically, he's probably not going to win, man. But I do
Dang.
like the fact that he put out a picture, I think it was yesterday, of the new funding bill because they're trying to spend a couple more $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And it was thousands of pages. And he said, we had a couple of days to read this. Nobody's read this, man. Nobody has time to read this, and they're getting ready to vote on it.
It's I think it's like 2,100. Is it 2,100 pages? I saw something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
ridiculous, whatever it was.
Yeah, and God, what was that one? Because I looked through some of it. Man, it was some weird stuff. I don't know. It was like it's billions of dollars going to some fish, man. Going to some fish. Billions of dollars, man. Billions of dollars going over here. Billions of dollars for it's like a damn show of Oprah Winfrey. You get billions of dollars, and you get billions of dollars, and
Is she still on TV, man?
I don't know.
Are
I
you
wish
sure, Backwood?
I wish that fat bitch would fall down the stairs. Anyway, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hold on, man.
I'm feeling a little radical this morning.
Radicalized.
Nations like
4,000. Yeah, they're saying it's over 4,000 pages.
Wow. Yeah. Nations over there like, man, why don't I let this guy on my panel? God.
No, you're fine. Who has time to read 4,000 and some pages, man, in a couple of days, and then vote on it? Trillions of dollars. Can you imagine how much money's hidden in this thing for pet projects and backdoor projects and stuff? Zelensky's probably taking half of it back with him when he leaves to go back to Ukraine, or I don't know, he might be out on tour or something like that. Like a rock star. Hutch said he's willing to run if y'all vote for him.
Man,
Hutch and Tribe.
He can't. Man, Hutch can't even run to the mailbox, man. Just saying.
I'd still rather have him.
Yeah.
You know, he's not up here crapping his pants, and he don't look different every time I see him.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Oh.
man, I tell you, as bad as a lot of people might think, man, Hutch is he's kind of rough looking, man. There's some good folks right there too, man. I'm just telling you, him and his wife's good peoples, man. I was trying to find that one deal that I looked at, man. It was ridiculous, that bill, man. It's just like spin, man. And these are the kind of
what? We don't have any money. That's the part. They're spending money we ain't even made and paid in yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's why I say, man, you know, we are so. It would be so easy for them to just come in right now and put the X-May on the cash and all that stuff, and all you got to do is turn it to digital, man. You know, the thing about when they started with the bummer care, you know, if you think about it,
yeah, and what a joke that was.
Yeah, right. But, you know, all they got to do is make a website and say, you know, I mean, like unemployment, for instance, you know, when you get unemployment, at least that's what, I mean, it's been a long time ago, you know, when I got some unemployment, it was on a debit card. They sent me a debit card, and that's what my unemployment. It didn't matter about my bank account. They sent me a debit card with the unemployment on it. And man, I don't know, man. It just we're close, man. We're close.
That's the shell game, man. Like the digital scene is about control. We saying that all the time, and it's about tracking. But look, somebody made a great comment over on Facebook this past week. So let's take, if you have $50, okay, and you make a transaction, the bank, the credit card company, whatever, the register, they're going to take a couple of dollars off. So after you get through a couple of dozen transactions, the banks have already taken this away. And from there on, you're just trading numbers. You're trading worthless numbers. There's no money at all whatsoever. The banks have already taken it. And people are working for nothing. They're trading nothing. It don't exist anymore. The banks have already taken it. They've already robbed people of the wealth in this country. That's why I'm big on silver. I can't afford gold. I'm big on silver, man, because it actually has value. But we're approaching a time where people are just trading numbers on the screen and they think it's worth something.
Man, can you repeat that? I went squirrel, man. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're like, what the hell? Man, I'm so nervous about the gold and silver deal, man. I really am. They made it contraband once before in the United States. You know, it was worthless. Um, you know, and I get the reason why a lot of people purchase gold and silver. You know, because they're like, you know, hey, look, you know, when you know, even if they start a new system with the distribution of wealth, and because that, I'm telling you, that's their plan, distribution of wealth. And like you said, we're already trading nothing. You own nothing and be happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what if, I don't know, you know, what if the government, you know, because if you think about it, the people that are in charge, you know what I mean, like the real people in charge. You know, I'm not talking about the Joe Bidens and the Malas and you know, Zelensky's and all these. I'm talking about the real people in charge. They want their own system in play, you know, and they've already lined out what they want to do, you know, and how they want, you know, how they want it to run. And I mean, what are you going to do, honestly? Like real talk, what are you going to do if they come in and say gold and silver it's you don't, people out there don't, you can't have it no more. You turn it in, and we're going to give you $10 per. $10 per on every ounce, you know, troy ounce, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you 10 per. And if you don't like that, well, we'll come and take it. I mean, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. But he even said I was like Boomhauer. Well, man, I tell you, dang old thing, man, over there on that dang old thing, man. I'll tell you, dang old man, he just push on that old button right there, man. It go click, 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 man. It pray down a bunch of money, man. I'm just telling you.
The thing is, I think the people that are really in charge, that we're talking about, the economic forum, they don't want land ownership. They don't want you to own land at the end of the day. This is just personal opinion on my part. I think they're trying to get us away from things that are actually worth money and get us on an all digital system. And then they're going to come in and they're going to pay for your land with digital money that's worthless. Basically steal your land. You know, here's $20,000, get off the land. It's our land now. But you don't actually have $20,000. You have 20,000, the number on a screen somewhere.
Right.
You know, which is all fine and well when things are humming along, but when there's a collapse, people always want stuff that has intrinsic value. They don't care about numbers on a screen in Venezuela or even paper money, you know. But a couple of pieces of silver could get you out of Venezuela and get you fed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it just, man, I don't know. You know, I'm just nervous about the gold and silver, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it would be so easy for these people to just say it's worthless to you, and once they do that, I mean, honestly, if I've said it before, even if gold and silver was still worth worth some money, you know what I mean? If it depending on how bad of a shift it gets, depending on how bad it gets, man, if you walk up to me with some gold and silver in your hands, and I'm looking at limited food, you know, for myself and my family, I mean, man, we're not trading, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, what, you know, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna slap your hand so the gold and silver will jiggle around a little bit and be like, what am I supposed to do with that? What, I mean,
Nah,
what is
I
that?
get what you're saying, man. If you have limited on certain things, you wouldn't want to trade it for silver or gold, you
Right.
know. But if you've stacked a lot of extra and you don't think that you're ever going to need it, you know what I mean? If somebody has plenty of food and then they've got a box of pinto beans in a can over there, and somebody's offering you a troy ounce of silver for a can of pinto beans, you know, they can get rich on the back end, and then when society picks back up, you got a ton of you know, I don't stack a ton of silver, but I'm just saying that's the way some people think. Once they've handled their business, they want stuff that's worth money. But it would be the same if somebody was trying to trade you a gun or something else of value. You know,
Right.
some people like silver and gold and some don't. They don't want anything to do with it.
Right. Well, and that's all I'm saying, you know, is don't put all your eggs into one basket, I guess, is, you know, is the most important message of that. And, you know, because, man, I know some people here close, and I know one guy, that joker goes and spends nearly all his money every time he gets money. Every time he gets a paycheck, man, he spends a lot of money on gold and silver. And I've been telling him, man, you need to be stacking this, you need to be stacking that, you need to be spending money here, you need to be spending money there. And, you know, he just believes the gold and silver is the way to go. And he may be right, man. He may be riding around here in a Ferrari one day, man, after the collapse. You know, I don't know.
Maybe.
You know.
As long as it's not an electric one, right? Um, that's a good question, Brian. How long do you think it's going to be before we hit that kind of a situation, backwoods? Because I was just talking the other morning. The burnout I suffer from is them dragging this whole process out. I think by 2030, we're going to be all digital. Food's going to be a major, major issue, and there's going to be no privacy. Like they don't. They're going to do away with land ownership and stuff, or they're going to try car ownership and stuff like this.
They've already test run the no cash deal. They've already test run it. I mean, just look at the shortages. And I mean, you know, I went to several places during that time because I didn't lock down because they ain't telling me what the hell I can and can't do. But anyway, so I went where I wanted to go, you know, during that time. And, man, I found many places that wouldn't take cash during that time. There's a coin shortage. There's a money shortage. Walmart's even, you know, went in there, and there were signs on the machine that said this machine gives no change. So if you put a 20 in
Yep.
there and your bill is $14, man, you're just giving them the money. You know what I'm saying? The extra money. You're not getting it back. So they've already done that, man, and kind of played with that, done a little test run on it. And, man, I believe something is going to go down this year in 2023, that they're going to move more away from cash. There's going to be something big happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To move it away from cash. That's my personal. I'm not saying it's going to be completely cashless. Just saying.
Rascal Dog says banks have no money. What is money? He's right. Sometimes you can go into a bank and you can ask for, if you're asking for more than a couple of $100 in cash, withdrawing, they look at you like they've seen a ghost. Like they're
Mhm.
going to go broke if they give it to you, or they'll hassle you about
Well,
taking your money out and stuff.
well, the problem is they allowed these banks to borrow from each other. So it's just like a one big stupid system, where, hey, I need, this much, I need to borrow this much, and it's all on paper. It's not like they're sending them over a big load of cash in a Brinks truck.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, yeah, no problem. And then that bank turns around and goes to a little bigger bank and goes, hey man, well, I need to, back this asset here. And they're like, okay. And they just keep doing that. And it's you'll own nothing and be happy, and man, I hate to do it as bad as I've been, I'm over here. I'm just telling you, man, read the Bible. I'm just telling you, read the Bible. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, and it's man, it's really and truly, it's really cut and dry, and there are so many things at play right now that line up exactly with the Bible, with Revelation and stuff.
Yeah. I agree with that. And Pilgrim Prepper saying 2023 is going to get serious. I think
Yes.
we're going to see more of the same, but we're going to see it's going to get far worse. Like we're going to see the warfare spread. We're going to see the inflation's probably going to double, if not more, and the shortages are going to be twice as bad as what we're seeing right now. And that's if Biden stays in office. If he's not there, who knows, man?
Yeah, it's wow. Yeah, there's a lot of things at play. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think we're going to see something happen in 2023 that's going to take a hard transition towards cashless. I mean, look at, again, for anybody that's doubting me or don't believe me, I mean, just look at what they're doing with the electric cars, man. There is no possible way that I could use an electric truck to
No.
pull these big mowers and all that equipment. And man, like one of my properties, every Monday when I start my route, the first thing I have to do is I go climb this mountain over here, dude, and it's like 9 miles up that mountain, and it's just, and you have to go, you have to slow down to go around this corner because it's such a corner, you know what I'm saying? And man, it's like 200 foot off that side, so you're gonna slow down, and then you have to gas it, to get up that next steep part. And man, there's no way I could use an electric vehicle, but yet they're
You'd have
pushing
to, I mean, then the charging times on these things, and then replacement of batteries, and it's stupid, man.
Could you
And they
imagine
know it, but they want to make money.
Could you imagine me pulling up to the customer's house and be like, "Hey, man, I need to charge my battery on my truck, man." You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, you can, but that $80 yard is a $30 yard now.
Yeah. It's gonna fall. That's what I was saying earlier. It's gonna fall on us, the average people, average citizens. The rich are gonna stay rich. Somebody had sent me a message on Patreon. They said their electric bill went up 50%, almost $800, like 700 and some dollars. Imagine next year, if it doubles again. Imagine paying $1,400 a month for electricity that used to cost 300 a month. That's probably what 2023 is looking like for the average American.
And that makes sense though on a lot of things, that the way you see things playing out, because like every single one of our utilities has at least doubled from
Yeah.
last year, at least doubled. And it makes sense that them trying to push us to the smart cities, because that's an easy way to do it, man. Just make it to where the utilities out here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you want to live out there in the country, okay? Well, you're going to pay $1,000 for your
Yep.
electric bill.
They price you out of it. They're doing it to farmers
Right.
right now. They have been, but yeah, I mean, how do you push a cashless society and make it popular with the people? Well, you punish them for a while to where they have to use credit in order to live, and then you say, hey, if we switch over to all digital, your credit's going to be clean. It wipes completely out. People will be protesting for this cashless society before it's over with, I think.
Well, it's already been talked about in California with 3 or 4 things, with the reparations, with the UBI. You know, because there's been some even a few of the people that wanted to run for president this last time had said that they would like to start out with a UBI system of, like $1,000 a month for each citizen.
Yeah.
So
If
I
you're
mean,
willing to jump through all the hoops and do exactly what you're told,
yeah, do
you know,
exactly what you're told. Exactly.
be a good little citizen, don't speak negatively, or your social credit takes a hit and you may not get your universal basic income. You may not be able to see your doctor. It's all about total control, man.
Well, we're already being trained for
Mhm.
the social credit, because just even on here, we got to watch what we say, or, the tubes will be like,
Yeah.
bad boy. We're going to put you in timeout for 7 days, for saying that. So they're already training us for that. I mean, there's one person I watch on YouTube. Just this person gives a lot of good news and everything, and this person, you just about have to watch the video now, because he'll put up the news articles, because he'll go, yeah, and the crane over there, and they're shooting. Well, I'm not going to say this word, and I mean, and that's the way he talks the whole time, because he's been struck down so many times, and they pretty much
Yeah.
told him, you're about to lose your channel. So they're already training us for all this, man. This is in play right now in front of our eyes.
Yeah. All social media, man. People have been banned on Facebook, or they've gotten a month off Facebook, Twitter, whatever the case. Yeah. It's all about control, like Rascal Dog is saying in the chat.
Yes.
And just imagine 2030, guys. We're at the end of 2022. Imagine 8 more years of this, them pushing this agenda. That's where we're going to be.
Pure blood.
They don't have to outlaw. They don't have to outlaw farming if they price you out of it and you can't afford to do it. You're moving to a city.
Well, and yeah, um, pure blood. No, I don't ever watch what I say. Well, I try to when I'm on someone else's channel. Um, but yeah, that's and seen a video the other day. I didn't actually watch the video, but basically they wanted to see all his stuff at his farm. He's a big farmer, and I mean, look at how they made them farmers plow under stuff over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sitting there. I mean, how does it make sense to? And that's what they did, was they paid them to plow things under. They gave them their money. You know what I'm saying? They gave them their money, but they told them plow everything under. And they
And people
were
are getting
dumping.
paid, so they don't even ask why. They're just like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Kevin in chat, he says, I have almost 300 acres and it's completely paid for. So forget the WEF. The problem is, Kevin, they're going to continue to up your property tax. They're going to introduce carbon tax. They're going to price you out to the point where you have to sell your land, or you're at least strongly considering it because you can't afford it anymore. Then they're going to come in. They're going to trade you a bunch of digital numbers on the screen for your land, and that's worthless.
Well, yeah. I mean,
This is the plan.
exactly what we've been talking about. With the utilities, and with the taxes, and they can just price you out, man. And I mean, you can stand there and go, well, I'll make a stand, but the problem is you're going to be standing against a damn army, because they're not going to send 1 or 2 guys out there to run you off your land. It's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning. Hut hut. hut, 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 hut. You know, these,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be, you're going to hear voices everywhere and you're going to be like, oh my God, you know, you're going to be surrounded and you're going to be removed from your land, because it's really sad, because I see a lot of people talk about this and talk about, yeah, well, I'll make a stand and I'll do this and I'll do that. Well, the problem is there's not enough of us that are willing to do that. There's soy
Yeah.
boy latteing our younger generation into a bunch of wussies, man. I mean, really, dude. I mean, dude, you take a man from 1960 that's 19 years old and put him up against 19-year-olds today, on an average, man. Them boys back in 1960 growing up, you know, when they was 19 years old, them boys was men. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and look, if you look at an average picture of young men back then, they were muscled up. You know, you could see their muscles and stuff. You know, and they looked different. And you go around. I went into the grocery store yesterday just to stock up on a couple of little extra things that I like to enjoy. You know, some cheese dip with some sausage in it. Oh man, good stuff. Anyway, man, and I walked around in there and I run into a couple of my son's buddies, and my son's the same way, man. I try. I man, they're all fat and lazy and out of shape, man. All the kids, man. They had this one boy walking down the aisle and he turned sideways and he disappeared. I was like, what the hell? I was
He's
looking,
incognito.
and then he turned back around, you know, and I was like, what in the, this guy, man, he couldn't, dude, man,
It's
he needed bungee cords and stuff to hold his pants up, man. And his pants weren't that big around.
it's a different world, man. Different country than it was 50 years ago for sure. I just saw yesterday they say half of young people, like college age people, are living at home with their parents right now here in the United States. And, you know, I don't know this for sure, but I'm thinking 50 years ago, the guys jumped out and they went to work and they paid their way through. You know what I mean? That was like at the top of the list priority wise, and it's just not a priority anymore, man.
Man, I'll tell you like this. I because you know I have to save a certain amount of money throughout the spring and summer when I'm rolling. You know, when I'm cutting grass every week, man. They're like, you know, man, people calling me, hey man, can you go and catch this yard up for me, yada yada. Hey man, I'm going out of town, whatever, man. Rolling, you know, making big money. I have to save a certain amount of that to make it through the winter. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I saved from last year, I'm saying not this past summer, but the last summer, to make it through last winter, I saved a little more than that this year. And dude, I am more than half less money in the bank right now than what I had last year at this time. You see what I'm getting at? Because of inflation, because everything is just so much more expensive. And I'll be honest with you, it's on me. I under, you know, saved. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah. Well, you probably didn't know inflation was going to be as bad as it was.
right.
Nobody did really.
Right, and that's on me, you know. I mean, preppers are supposed to, you know, we're supposed to be like these, you know, great powers and stuff, you know, and can see the future and everything. But
Oh, we are?
yeah, we're supposed to be, you know. But I mean, yeah, all I can say, man, is if we're gonna get it on, we need to get it on, man, because
That's
it's, man,
yeah.
the clock
I
is
was just
ticking.
saying in Warlord TV's chat last night, I was saying they're whittling us down. You know,
Yeah,
it's the long game. They're whittling us down. You know, we ain't getting any younger. And you know, it just wears you down over time, and then they got you. You know, they'll come after the holdouts at that point.
yeah, my
Yeah, we're
ESP,
special, McElroy.
right? But I
Well,
mean,
I want to end. Go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, you're the end game. That's the whole point, man. They're in it for the long haul, and um, there's a lot of us out here, just like you mentioned yesterday. You know, there is a real such thing as burnout. You know, you get to a point to where you're just like, screw it, man. It's you know,
You can only buy so much gear, and you can only hear that the world's ending so many times before you're ready for it. You like, bring it on. If that's what's coming next, let's get it.
right on.
I was going to say I want to end the stream on a positive note, so
Okay.
people ain't out there glooming and dooming. What's your favorite Christmas movie, brother?
Die Hard. No,
Come on, man.
A Christmas Story.
Is it really?
Yeah, little
That's my
Ralphie.
wife.
I watch it every single. I've been watching it every year for. I don't even know how many years, man. I own it in there, and every Christmas we've had a tradition in our house. Since our kids were old enough to kind of really start getting gifts, you know, we do three gifts on Christmas morning, and before we do the gifts, what we do is we sit down and read the story of Jesus, you know, baby Jesus and everything, and the wise men, and we do that every single year at our house. That's a tradition, and then we give our kids each three gifts. You know, like that's honestly what we do. That's
Mine. Forced. My favorite Christmas Vacation.
that's my wife's favorite Christmas
Guy
vacation.
that's sitting there smoking the cigar and he's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see, man.
Well, my wife loves Elf too.
Yeah, yeah. One of
That
my kids likes Elf, the other likes Polar Express, and then we divide it over here. Then I like Christmas Vacation. My wife likes The Christmas Story. Oh, The Grinch, Melissa.
yeah.
All right.
On a positive note, you want to end on a positive note, brother?
Let's end. Yeah, let's end it on a positive note.
Y'all just know this. We have God on our side. For those of y'all who believe, we have our breath. We are still breathing. We are still alive right now, and we will always be able to, as long as you have a breath, as long as you are able to wake up every morning, you still got a chance to succeed. That your chances are never over to succeed until you're buried in the ground. Plain and simple. It's just
Well
all
put.
about right here.
Well put. I'm going the Red Dawn route. We were just talking about Red Dawn this week. And I'm going with the remake because there's a line on there. There are a couple of lines on there when the Marines finally find the Wolverines on there, and people are talking about it's over. And the one guy that's a Marine, he says, I'm a U.S. Marine. You see this rifle right here? As long as there's one Marine and a rifle, it ain't over.
That's
It
right.
don't take many. It just needs. It takes people that are willing to stand up. It's not over, folks. So if you see these headlines where it's over, you have 2 days. It's not over. As long as there's people out here standing with rifles, it ain't over.
That's right.
Well, folks, Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm going to be dropping a video tomorrow morning. And then, of course, it's Christmas. I want to appreciate everybody. Thank you to everybody for being here. I appreciate Backwoods being on here as well. I'll talk to you as soon as we end the stream here, brother. I got to go get some more coffee, though. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.